Hello and welcome back to Big Mouth. It's been a while, hasn't it? I've been on holiday in Ayia Napa. I had my nephews and nieces and sister over, so it's been busy. Right, I love Manchester United, but that doesn't mean I'm going to sit there while this manager, who is finished as far as I'm concerned, runs our club into the ground. I'm fed up of going on Twitter and his fans defending him. So this is my right to reply. So this is a kind of Man United Spurs preview video, but we'll be talking more about the issues of Manchester United than anything else. David Moyes was a mistake, Fergie's fault. LVG was a mistake. We thought it was a good move, but basically Ed Woodward should have done more research into his type of management and what kind of man he was, then he wouldn't have brought him on. So that's Woodward's fault. Mourinho, I was desperate for him to come in. But, again, Ed should have looked at the Mourinho of today. He's always been a problematic character, but he came with trophies. This time, he can't even do that. For me, he's lost it. His reign at Manchester United is almost over. You have to accept that, everyone. It is not going to go anywhere. Now, on Monday night, I believe we will lose about 3-0 to Spurs at Old Trafford. That's what I believe. I'm sorry. But if he gets the sack because of it, it's a great thing. Now, I know there's some people who are still Jose in. I've been Jose out for quite a long time now. I just think that there's too many people on YouTube and Twitter telling us Man United fans, what we should think and what we should believe and which way we should sway. I think even if you're blind, you can see that his era is over. He spent money in the first year. He spent money in the second year. He spent 50, 60 million on Fred, a very good player. He spent 401 million. And there's people talking about him not being backed. It's a freaking joke. He's been backed. He's been backed. But what's happened since the end of the season is this. From what my sources tell me, it was the club who booted his assistant out. It's the club who said you're not going to have another assistant of your choice. You will have Michael Carrick and is it Kieran Lee, who was at the under-18s running them. So they're his assistants now. They were chosen by the club. I agree with the club on this because his assistant was terrible. He wasn't developing players. He wasn't training them properly. It just was not working. So the club came in. Also what happened is they were happy to bring Fred in, but the club were not happy to bring 29, 30, 31-year-old players for 50 or 60 million. Now, funnily enough, you can't really blame them. But some people are talking about Ed Woodward being a clown. Ed Woodward isn't a clown. He's not. He's a very intelligent businessman. And the kind of business he's doing for Man United within sponsorships and things like that is brilliant. But he's not a football man. He doesn't understand football. He's not a Manchester United fan. That's not Ed's fault. What Ed has to do, and what he should have done as soon as Sir Alex left, is bring in a director of football. The director of football will decide what manager you have. The director of football will go out and negotiate transfers and bring in the players that he or she wants. And actually, I don't care if it's a man or a woman, because when I look at women's football now, it's progressed so well. So either or for me, don't care about that. What I care about is a good director of football. Now, in terms of a manager, we've brought 3 kind of gritty, well-organised managers. But now, even defensively, we're crap. Let's talk about the Brighton game. We played like we didn't have a heartbeat. The players just seemed like they didn't know what to do. People are saying they don't care. I don't believe that. I believe they just don't know what to do anymore. The instructions are mixed. And let's go to the situation with Jose being very positive before the actual Brighton kickoff. Why was he smiling all the time and being so positive and basically pretending that he and Pogba don't have a problem? Because the club have told him, smile, be more positive, don't slate your players publicly. You know, Ed Woodward and the club have really taken him to task this summer. And that's obvious to see. And my sources have told me this. So people say, I see like YouTubers go, oh, they won't just get rid of him. All they care about is top 4. All they care about is business at Manchester United. If they only cared about business, would they give the man £401 million, euros or dollars, whatever it is? Doesn't matter. He's been given a hell of a lot of money, and it's a joke that we've won a Europa League just about against a very weak Ajax team in the final, and we barely won the League Cup. What was that, 3-2? Right. So basically, let's be honest about it here. The only good signing he's made is Zlatan. He's the only one who's really worked out. Now, he wanted another defender. He bought 2 defenders in Bailey and Lindelof for around 30 million each. That's nearly 60 million quid, right? And he's barely played them last season, right? So they've lost confidence. He started playing them again, right? And they're not ready yet. I mean, for me, Bailey and Lindelof are definitely a Vidic and Evra situation. You can tell these players have got qualities, but you've got to play them every game till they get used to each other. But this guy, if you don't have 100% performance, not in effort but in quality, he drops you. That's not the way football works. That's the way FIFA works or Pro Evolution works. But that's not how real football works. Now, maybe his management worked initially at Chelsea, initially at Porto. It doesn't work anymore. I look at Jurgen Klopp. I don't care if some United fans say we shouldn't give credit to Liverpool and Klopp. They've been amazing. They're beautiful to watch. I love watching them. Even as a United fan, we have to be honest, right? Let's be honest. Let's stop being delusional dickheads here and be honest about the situation. Some of you want to fly a banner and say Ed Woodward out. How dare you? How dare you when he's not the problem? Yes, he needs a director of football. Yes, he was wrong not to implement one as soon as Fergie left. But let's not get rid of one of the best business minds from a business position. We need a really good quality, world-class director of football. Now, I hear, again, my sources are saying that the club are going to take their time and bring the right man or the right woman. And I've been told they are looking at both. Even maybe, I mean, a bit early in the game, but apparently the lady who runs the Man United ladies has got a good eye for a player as well. But I don't know. But we just need a right person. Now, rumours about Zinedine Zidane replacing Mourinho. I like Zidane as a player. I thought he did a great job at Madrid, but he's not long-term. The reason we're in this mess is because we went long-term with Moyes, but he was the wrong long-term plan. That was Fergie's fault, by the way. And then in LVG short-term, because of his age and because of the situation with his past. And then Mourinho, he doesn't even live in Manchester. He was never planning on staying at United for very long, right? Now, his family decisions and stuff don't bother me. If you don't want to live in Manchester, you don't have to. But the point is, it's finished. I saw his 4-minute press conference the other day. I was going to do a video. I just got back from a holiday in Napa, but I was so tired and I thought to myself, what's the point of talking about it? He didn't want to answer questions about Spurs. He doesn't like his treatment by the media. This is the game, Jose. This is what you have to do. You have to take it on the chin. You have to be thick-skinned, mate. You are a child, and your tactics are terrible, and you're sucking the confidence out of every single player. It's not just about Anthony Martial anymore. It's about other players as well. The Pogba situation, they clearly don't get on. Now, Pogba is a bit of a diva, don't get me wrong, but he's a quality player. And if you kind of harness him and motivate him in the right way, he can work. That's what being a coach and a manager is all about. Jose said he's just a head coach because he wasn't allowed to buy the people he wanted. Don't care. There's people who say that we should have given him as much money as he wanted. No, we did that the first season. We pretty much did that the second season, and it didn't work out. And even if he did buy a freaking right fullback or right winger last summer, it wouldn't have made a difference because he doesn't want to attack like United should be attacking. It's game over for Mourinho, whether it's after tomorrow night, on the next game, on the next game. It's over. We can't even finish in the top 5. You've got Manchester City. You've got Chelsea. You've got Liverpool. You've got Spurs. There are your top 4. End of story. And the only way United can even challenge that now is by getting the right man, the right director of football, and the right manager. I don't have any personal hatred towards Jose Mourinho. I wanted him to be a success. But let's get our heads out of our big, deep backsides and start talking honestly, right? Because this is just not working. Thank you very much.